Hi, I'm Rob, and next up in my Faction 500 series is Silver NECROPOLIS. This is a series where I'm going through all of the underground factions one at a time, starting from the easiest, going up to the hardest, showing how I do each and every one, using the factions team on the hardest level of 500. And next up is Silver NECROPOLIS. I do have a cold at the moment, so I will try and mute out the coughs and stuff. It's easy to do on other videos, because you can just restart a section or just edit it out, but it's much harder on these fights because they're longer fights, and basically you don't want to miss moves and, you know, make it disruptive, things like that. But I'll try and mute out as many coughs and splutters as I can. Low level horde for this, 100 is okay, one's on 130 for whatever reason, but fairly straightforward team to use as well. We're going to have Bone Golem, a Draugr, and 2 times a Vanya Soulmourn. The way this team would normally work, it's not going to work on these first set of opponents, I'll come to that in a minute, is a Bone Golem explodes a gem, inflicts death mark on a random enemy for every skull destroyed, and gains attack and armor. So that makes our skull hits a lot more powerful, and it gives him more armor as well, which is very nice. But it's the death mark we'll be relying on in other battles. Reduce damage from skulls by 50% makes it pretty tanky in first place at the same time. So we can keep casting that, boost up our attack, and then excuse me, take those skull hits when they come along. Draugr drains up to 12 mana from an enemy, then creates purple gems equal to the mana drained. So the longer you can leave that, the maximum amount will create a lot of mana, and it'll give us a better chance of a 4-match at the same time. That's going to charge up Bone Golem and our 2 times Vanyas. She deals damage to all enemies, boosted by blessed allies, and summons a Silver NECROPOLIS troop. Pretty handy, and a very good third trait as well. Bless a random ally on 4 or 5 gem matches. That is a cleanse. A bless is like a super cleanse. You get cleansed and you're made effectively impervious. Alright, so that is the team. The banner for this, going to go for +2 purple, +1 brown, -1 blue silver banner from the Silver NECROPOLIS. Right, so this first battle, we're up against a team which is basically all immune to death mark. So this strategy, the initial strategy of casting this to inflict those death marks is not going to work. We're going to rely on getting Bone Golems damage really high by multiple casting on it, and then getting some really nice skull hits hopefully to finish them off. And we can chip in with some Vanya damage as well regarding that damage to all. And she has a bless a random ally on 4 or 5 gem matches, which is really cool, just in case this dude decides to cast this and get us a death mark. But we'll try and get rid of that as quick as possible. Necrocorn, not too much of a threat, cleanses and blesses an ally, then creates 10 gems of one of their mana colours, but it is the kind of spell the AI can make a mess of, same as this one here. But yep, it should be fairly straightforward, but I'm still going with 3 times Orpheus medals for this, just in case we get those death marks. It's better safe than dead, basically. So this first battle we'll be looking to get some nice quick high attack. We'll take things like this though, don't want to get bashed unnecessarily. And we're looking to get our top troop up if we can. We can keep the enemy starved of mana with our Draugr, but bear in mind it's better cast on the top and bottom troops, because Necrocorn here only has capability to get 10 mana, so we're never going to get the full mana drain, hence the most purple from casting it on him. We'll wait until the other troops are a bit more ready to cast. Right, like I say, ordinarily you would be casting this on an area where there's skulls to benefit from the death marks, but it's not going to work on this team. But we're still going to cast it because we can collect mana. Alright, we've got a nice skull bash boost. Yep, have another one. Vanya can chip in as well with some damage, help finish off. That was not too bad from the AI that time for a change. So let's give him a bit of payback. There you go. There you go. Oh, Vanya's charged up. Right, so I could cast this again, drain their second troop. Just don't need to right now. So we'll just get rid of them. Purple everywhere. Take these first, just in case we get any sort of extra turns. Again, let's give us a nice boost in attack. Buffering up our life, not our life, our attack rather. Let's do it again, why not? Vanya can chip in with some damage as well. Double cast of her is going to finish off that second troop. They are down and out. This mana drain. That second troop while generating a load of purple. Oh no. Oh, do pay attention. Right, so let's get some stuff for Vanya. Take advantage of those lovely high-powered skull hits. Yeah, another one. Another random drop there, finished them off. Nice straightforward, easy battle, first one. Once your top troop gets flowing, it can be really straightforward. Right, who do we have here? We have Ice Wraith dealing damage to an enemy, freezing them. If the enemy is already frozen, steal 5 mana. Not that much of a threat. Winter Wolf, freeze and Hunter's Mark the first enemy, deal damage to them, and if there are 13 or more blue gems, create 5 more. So it can be damaging because Hunter's Mark, you have to be wary of that. That is pretty dangerous. Valkyrie transforms a selected mana color to blue. Normally a very good troop, but the AI can absolutely make a mess of that, so she's not too much of a threat either. And Ice Witch. Damage to an enemy, freeze them. If they die, give 3 magic to all allies. So yeah, not much of a threat in this team. Here we can change tactics if we like. We can cast our top troop, wear their skulls, giving the enemy's death mark at the same time, which is very cool. Particularly handy when those death marks come in nice and quick as well. That element, part of it is down to luck, obviously. Sometimes the death marks will come in straight away, sometimes they'll take ages. I'll cast it over here though, where we can get 3 skulls at the same time. Who's immune? You are! Alright, no one's on a particularly huge amount of mana right now, so we'll collect that. The fact that there's cursed gems appearing is actually quite handy, because that can help the death mark. Alright, again, what should we do? Should we drain their mana first? Excuse me. I think we do. Didn't work out too great. We haven't buffed up our attack yet, but we still don't want to receive too many skull hits. But we are going to trade skull hits right now anyway. If you take this one or that one, we are trading skull hits. I can get rid of one lot, but don't particularly want to. I just want to buff up my health, really. Armor, rather. Now you do that one then. No, I'll do that. Vanya can now chip in with some nice damage if you like. There's that bliss. I'll grab that while it's there, because their top troop kind of maybe would have taken that. yellow and green. Could take it. Boost is kind of quite nice at the moment, so we'll do some of that. Still quite tanky. Remember, we collect armour every single time we cast our troop here. Oh, I didn't see that. See, don't rush. I'm kind of rushing because I've got this annoying cough and I can feel a cough coming all the time. Do it there, because we'll disrupt that 4-match then, as well as get a couple of skulls. And now you've been cabooshed out of it. Again, you can never have too much armour and attack. Always worth taking. Nope. Getting a few sneaky side attacks in. But they're nearly done. Oh, another sneaky hit. Get out of it. See why it's important to keep on buffering up your armour with this. Because if we hadn't done that, then them lucky skull hits, the AI drop down then, could have finished us off. Right, so all about a skull passage now in this last room. Again, because this lot is immune to the death mark. They have a Vanya themselves now. So this is where it can take a little bit of time, because we're going to have to go through these enemies one at a time. Because Vanya is immune to death mark as well. And obviously she has a summon. So, yeah. Hopefully it won't take too long, but we buff up our skull damage to the point where she doesn't stand a chance. Excuse my cough. Managed to catch a couple with the mute button, but sometimes they come along really quick and you can't quite catch it. Alright, so here we go. Let's get our first boost of skull damage. Vanny can certainly chip in with some damage to all. Top troop is nearly ready to cast, so just don't want it gaining up that armour because it's just annoying, and the attack can go through the roof as well, so you do have to be a little bit careful. So I'm going to get this now so I can cast on that top troop, but they've got a skull hit at the same time. But hopefully the amount of purple that gets generated will overrate this area here, so let's go for it. And it did. Let's give ourselves another boost in skull power. They're going to create 10 gems of one of their mana colours. Doesn't always do the most logical thing. So we'll take this chance to chip in with some Vanya damage. Let's get this 4-match brown. Again, let's collect some mana at the same time, while buffering up our skull damage. 331 skull damage now. Any skull hits come along, we will absolutely take. Top troop is nearly ready to cast, so let's get our Vanya chipping in. They're now ready. Oh, same situation, giving us a skull hit or cast this. Well, it worked last time, so let's go again. Which will give me a nice Mighty Great Wallop. Well, that worked out quite good for him. More attack. 406 now. That's going to be... Oh, that was lucky. That thing can be really annoying the way it keeps on buffering up its armour. But the only thing is now, we've got an annoying Vanya, who will now get her summon when she casts. But summon isn't a full strength one, it's always the sort of slightly weaker alternative, if you know what I mean. Alright, so let's go again. Some purple there, nice, and yellow. I mean, Vanya's mana blocked on purple on one troop, but she can collect yellow on another one. It's going to be hard to mana block her completely, or stop her collecting her colour completely due to this kind of troop as well. So, got to have to accept it that she is going to get a summon now and then. Kind of unavoidable. It's going to happen. We can keep draining her, I suppose. It's funny coming back to these. You have to kind of get back up to speed again. Don't want to give them a skull hit afterwards, so I'll take that and party. Vanya's close to being cast. There's quite a lot of purple on the board, so we'll go for it. Yeah, that worked out really nice, giving us a nice tasty skull hit at the same time. Again, Vanya nearly ready to cast. And it has offered her some yellow if I leave it there. I mean, she's going to get it anyway. No matter which side I take things from, she can collect and create a summon. Unless I cast this. Right, come on. I don't think we're going to get rid of her before she gets to cast, but hey, it's fun trying. Yeah, she can get a summon in, look, just at the last minute. That's okay. Yeah, see there you go, like the stats on it aren't anything like as bad as the original one of those. So it's okay, we'll be alright on the night. Let's grab some purple. Yeah, we're quite tanky now from that top troop because the attack is the low level attack compared to the other ones. It's a good chance to make hay while the sun shines and collect or get ready to cast a few more times just to make yourself even more tanky and get even more attack. Go on, you do that. 'Tis a mere flesh wound. Can pick on Vanya in the meantime. Just stick with it now, don't get impatient at this point. Keep checking the moves. I don't do anything. I clumsy at the last moment. Don't rush things. A rushed move now can actually cost you the whole thing and maybe have to start again. Probably not in this situation at this point, but you know what I mean. Be careful. It's the maximum amount drained, and we've got a lucky skull hit at the same time. And it feels like we're in the last stretch. The home stretch. Let's whack her again. See if she can set us up any skull hits. And voila. Yeah, and she only got one summon in, so that worked out pretty good. So yeah, the Silver Necropolis, very straightforward one, fairly easy, just got to pay attention to a couple of things as you go along. There it is, there's the video. If you enjoyed it, found it useful or helpful, it'd be really cool if you bash that like and subscribe button, it really does help. But most of all, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you again next time. Bye for now.